probably don't know, however, is that he and his wife spent some time homeschooling 2 of their 4 children. A 3rd-generation Washingtonian, graduating from Seattle University with a degree in business, he co-founded Eastside Commercial Bank and is a principal at Coast Equity Partners commercial real estate firm. He and his wife are strong supporters of educational choice and homeschooling. He's also part owner of the Everett Aqua Sox minor league baseball team. As if that wasn't enough, he served our state in the state senate from 1997 to 2003, and he is currently a 2010 senatorial candidate. Would you please join me in welcoming our commencement speaker, Mr. Dino Rossi.
What an honor to be here with you today, and your hard work, we're here to honor you. All the hard work, and your parents, that hard work as well. You know, it really is amazing. When Terry and I, we're blessed with 4 kids and 4 beautiful children, and I guess this is a good time to introduce my wonderful wife, my greatest blessing in my life for 23 years now. My wife, Terry Rossi, is here with me today. So we've had our children in public school, Catholic school, and also homeschool. One thing we know, there isn't just one way to educate a child. That's true, there are many ways, and we need to make sure that we preserve those many ways for people to educate their own children, because who cares for those children more than their own parents? Exactly right. And so, but I want to tell you some stories today. And I want to tell the graduates some stories, you know, some of them from my life and growing up, and hopefully you'll find some of these somewhat interesting as we go along. And, you know, I grew up in Mount Lake Terrace, Washington, youngest of 7 kids. And my dad was a Seattle public school teacher, taught 5th and 6th grade. I mean, I thought everybody drank powdered milk. What did I know? Okay? I tell you. And when it came time for me to go to college, there was no money. There was no way that was going to happen. And, you know, I want to talk about naysayers today. You're going to encounter in your life naysayers. These naysayers are people that are afraid that they're going to tell you it's not going to work. Whatever it is you want to do in life, they're going to say, you know, it's not going to happen. It's just not going to work. It's not going to happen. And oftentimes these naysayers are folks who are afraid that you're going to achieve something they couldn't, or maybe something they were afraid to try in the first place. And so my message to you is not to listen to these naysayers. Because when it came time for me to go to college, people said, yeah, you know, you folks can't afford to pay for this. The odds of you going to college isn't that great. I tell you, I worked a number of different jobs. Worked as a janitor, waxing floors at the Space Needle, worked construction. I mean, you name it, I did it. I graduated with a degree in business management from Seattle University, and now today I'm on the Dean's Advisory Board for the School of Business at Seattle University, because I didn't listen to those naysayers. I tell you, they're out there. You know, the other things that happened in my life, you know, after I graduated from college, I sold everything I had so I could travel to Southeast Asia. But I left $200 in the bank, so I had something to fall back on when I came home. Yeah, and we'll come home broke. And so I traveled for 9 months to Singapore and Indonesia and Malaysia. After 9 months of traveling, I came home. And my brother, he gave me a title to a car. He said, if you can get this thing started, it is yours. Now I've got a $200 car and $200 in the bank and nowhere to go but up, looking at the last can of beans in the cupboard. I tell you, and that's when I started in the commercial real estate business in Seattle, selling apartment buildings. And I took a janitorial job at night so I could sell commercial real estate during the day. When I took that job, though, people told me in my face, there's no way you'll make any money in this business. Actually, it was the guy that owned the janitorial company that didn't want me to leave that told me there's no way I was going to make any money in that business. Maybe he had a vested interest, I don't know. But a year and a half later, when I was 25 years old, I bought my first apartment building. And kept going from there. Working 12, 14, 16 hours a day, 6, 7 days a week, because you know, I wasn't going to fail. But putting the hard work in and not listening to those naysayers, that's what made the difference. It made a huge difference. You know, when I started helping people who I liked, who were really more interested in helping small businesses be successful in our state and helping them get elected to public office, a number of them encouraged me to run for office. Not something I ever thought I'd ever do. Definitely not what I set out to do. I'm a small businessman and suburban dad. Not exactly what I was doing. And then I decided, okay, well, I'm going to run for the state senate because I think maybe I can do more if I'm there. Well, I remember when I had some people the naysayers, when I told them I was going to run for the senate, one guy laughed at me. And I said, I want to run for the state senate. I'd like to go to Olympia. And he laughed at me and he said, no, let me get this right. You're going to run for the state senate, right? I went, yeah. He says, now, who is going to vote for some guy whose name sounds like some kind of wine? Not even an expensive brand at that. Yeah, well, I doorbelled 15,000 houses personally. I was bitten by 4 dogs in the process. Got up the next day and did it again, next day and did it again, next day and did it again, because we're going to lose. And in 1996, I was the only Republican challenger to defeat an elected Democrat incumbent in the state, top to bottom, any race. And we got the majority in the Washington State Senate because I didn't listen to those naysayers.